Hi everybody, Beneza again. I'm just going to do a video on dyslexia. I've got motor processing dyslexia, so if you see some of my videos with titles that are misspelt, that's why. Sometimes you'll see me talking fine in a video and then all of a sudden say a word halfway through and my brain stops and I have to say it again. Because of motor processing dyslexia, my left side of my brain works faster than the right, so it's kind of not hard for me, but it definitely slows my brain down, and I have to kind of think a little bit longer than most people. And it doesn't mean that I'm stupid, it just means, you know, I have to think a bit longer than most people. You know, I can read and write fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know, and there's this, I think misconception is a word that because someone's dyslexic that you're stupid and dumb, and that's not the case. Albert Einstein was considered to have motor processing dyslexia because a lot of his workings on paper, you know, there was several, you know, mistakes where it had certain mathematical equations or sums that had numbers the wrong way round or something like that, you know. So it's, you know, people have to understand that, you know, even with something like autism or ADHD, you know, it's, you know, there's different people on different levels, and something like autism, you know, some people with autism are highly intelligent, a lot more highly intelligent than the so-called average person who doesn't have autism or dyslexia. So understand that, you know, just because we have a label on us or slapped on us that, oh, this person's dyslexic, or this person's got autism, that they're stupid and dumb and don't know how to do anything. It's wrong. That kind of mindset about people is inappropriate, in my opinion. You know, it's the same as me saying a woman can't cut the grass or a man can't cook, you know, because you're a woman or you're a man. It's about equality. And I can cook, I can cut the grass, my wife can cook and she can cut the grass if she put her mind to it. So we're all born equals, and I'm fed up with people using these labels on people, or stereotypes, you know, to put people down, and that's inappropriate in my opinion. You know, so I'm hoping that people will go out, and if you've got a family member or a friend who's dyslexic, talk to them. See what you can do to help them, you know, not because you're trying to belittle them, you know, you just want to understand them. You know, I did work at one job which led to helping out people with disabilities. There were learning disabilities, physical disabilities and mental disabilities as well. And I put on my application form for the full-time job that I got there that I was dyslexic. So, and all 4 residents had to have medication, and a few times I accidentally put my initials on the wrong days to say that they had the next day's medication. So they obviously weren't happy with that, and I did explain to the manager, I did put on my application form that I was dyslexic, you know, and I'm working at a place that helps people with learning disabilities. I said I don't really consider myself a severe dyslexic, but it does if I'm tired or stressed, or both, or just having a bad day, that these things will happen. And they basically tried to fire me, which they eventually did. But I got a union involved. I've started paying them. They said, we can't help you because you didn't tell us about the situation when it initially happened. I said, well, I did tell you, but only because I didn't tell you when it initially happened, it doesn't mean, in my opinion, you can't help me. But they wouldn't help me, so they stuck me with some stupid thing to get rid of me. The union did send one guy in to, assess the situation from a separate company who helps the union figure, these kind of things out. And he said, well, from what I can figure out, they are going to have to make at least £10,000 worth of changes for you. And the day came that I was supposed to have access to the main office, and the manager and one of the other staff locked us both out of the manager's office, so we couldn't get in there. He said, well, my estimate is about £10,000 so far, because the job was in England. So he said, it could possibly rise to £15,000. So he sent a letter out to me and to the manager and to I think the area manager or whatever of the company that I was working for. So, and the company's called Optua, and I got unfairly fired. They basically blamed me for doing something to someone that didn't even happen. I don't know who I was supposed to have done it to, and at the time I was so upset and depressed about it because, why are they doing this to me? And, it's supposed to be a company that, helps people with learning disabilities and physical disabilities and whatever other disability. And although mine isn't that severe, I still got dyslexia. So I'm going to do another video on Optua because I want to tell the story. But that it just goes to show how mean people are. A company that helps people with disability, that's how they treat someone with a learning disability. So, you have to be careful with people, and being dyslexic isn't bad at all, and it's this misconception again that because you are dyslexic or physically disabled that you can't do anything, and that's not true. One of the residents there at the job I just told you about, her boyfriend or then boyfriend is a wheelchair user, and he could drive. The people that the place that he worked at, he got from his wheelchair into the driver's seat on his own, and all the staff there had to do is put his wheelchair in the back of his car. And when he got to the place where I worked, all we had to do was go out, get his wheelchair out of the back and reassemble it and help him into the chair if he needed any help. And he 99 times out of 100 said, don't touch me. Nicely said, don't touch me. Jokingly said, don't touch me. I can do it. So and he did. And I can't drive. I'm scared of driving, and I'm able-bodied. I don't have a driver's license. I had 2 driver's lessons when I was 16, and that was it. So maybe one day I might be brave enough to do it. But it's understand and help instead of fear and hate.